But we decided that our physical bond would never be our cross. But we've been successful. We've reached the top in show business, and there isn't a thing we can't have, except happiness. We fooled ourselves that by entertaining others, we were making ourselves happy. But I never stood in your way. No, but always together. On dates, parties, nightclubs. I want to be free. Now I know that the only way I can be happy is to be alone with a man I love. Free? But we've always been together. And we'll be that way forever. Not forever. There must be a way. There must be someone who can help. Then, remember? Dr. Thompson. Separation. But Dorothy. No. We've been prodded and examined like guinea pigs since the day we were born. This is my life, too. And I have a right to live it. Yes, you have that right. But what good is it? Nothing you do has any meaning without love. How much can love demand from us? Remember the two brothers? When one of them died and the other had to be separated? He only lived a few days. We wouldn't have a chance. I don't care. I'd rather be dead than go on like this. You really love him so much. All right. Let's see Dr. Thompson.
Never have a set of Siamese twins been operated on while both were alive. If this operation were to be attempted, it would have to be done in 3 stages. The first 2, quite simple. Separation of the muscles, cartilage, and bone. Severance of the blood vessels would be no problem. The girls have different circulatory systems. Even their blood types are different. But the third will be difficult.
And extremely dangerous. Successful separation of the nerves of the spinal column would be of great aid to science, but it might result in death. In this case, I would say the prognosis is unfavorable.
Dr. Eckhart, what is your opinion?
These 2 girls cannot live apart. Although they have 2 distinctly independent minds, they have been conditioned since birth to live as an entity. In my opinion, their separation is not feasible.
When I examined the girls a number of years ago, the mere mention of doctor was enough to disturb them. Only a great emotional stress has brought them here. Dorothy's desire for marriage. This will not be easy. Miss Manning, will you have the girls step in?
Yes, sir. The doctor will see you now. Will you come in, please?
Dr. Eckhart, Dr. Hurd, and myself have discussed your case at great length. And we want to tell you that we admire your extreme courage. But I'm afraid there's very little hope.
Then there's nothing you can do.
As a woman, I understand thoroughly. There is nothing to keep you from getting married. There's no reason why you can't have children, as you are. My advice to you is get married.
I guess there's nothing left. It's your happiness. Go ahead. Get married.
This is unheard of. If somebody had told me, I wouldn't have believed it.
Neither would I, but it's a fact.
What's the matter with those monkeys?
I don't know.
We got it?
We got it all right. In the neck.
I sent for you because you asked me to get Dorothy a marriage license. Here's the result. 27 different states have denied you the right to marry.
But why? I don't understand.
I'm baffled myself. They gave no reason.
They say it's bigamy.
How dare they? I'll sue for damages.
For what?
Why, the implication. Me, a bigamist.
Look, Dorothy, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to send you to a friend of mine. Maybe he can see a way out. His name is Dr. Burnham.
Doctor?
No, he's not that kind of a doctor. Here's his address. Hello. Dr. Burnham, please. Thank you. I'll wait.
This way, girls.
Who is it, Martha?
Well, there's two young ladies to see you. This is Dr. Burnham. We were referred to you, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Well, I hope you won't mind if we chat while I plant this bush. There's a bench right over there, and Martha, why don't you fix us some tea?
Of course. Thank you, Doctor.
That old bench is a little shaky. I must fix it sometime, but the garden seems to take about all of my time. Martha objects, too. She says I spend more of my time on my flowers than I do on my sermons. And perhaps she's right. Though I must say my congregation doesn't seem to suffer for it.
They're twins.
Yes. Nature sometimes permits twins to blossom from the same bud.
Permit? You make it sound as if nature were granting a favor.
Oh, no, my dear. Nature never grants favors. What she does is with purpose and meaning. Every living creature is a part of her pattern.
What purpose can she have in creating this, when every other thing is an entity by itself?
It is not easy to understand God's mysterious ways with patience. But I'm afraid mine is just about gone now. This string simply won't come untied. Oh, thank you. Children, I think I understand your bitterness. But you must relieve yourself of belief in limitations.
But the barriers raised before us are very real.
Faith can overcome even these. You have been forced to live together constantly, bound by spiritual and physical ties. Yet I am sure you have found a way to live separate and private lives.
Mentally we have, but it's almost impossible to convince people of that. That's why we came to you. I want to get married, but the officials have refused me a license. They say it would be bigamy.
Why, that's bigotry. There can be no problem of moral or social wrong unless there is an intent of immorality. You shall marry the man of your choice, and I feel quite sure that in God's eyes, your marriage will be hallowed.
Reverend Doctor, the tea is ready.
Oh, yes, we're coming. Would you lead the way to the house? You see, I don't have my eyes with me. My dog is in the hospital. And now don't worry. I know about your problem. I'll see that you get a license.
You are familiar with the weapons Andre Pariso used in the shooting act.
Of course.
Do you recognize this revolver?
Yes. It's the one that Andre used.
Where else did you see this gun, and in whose hands?
In Andre's, in this dressing room. The night that he showed me the marriage license that he got with the help of Dr. Burnham.
You see, I got it. Here it is.
You're not going through with this.
Why not? Who's going to stop me?
Me. Suppose I told him the truth.
About what?
About us. It might spoil your marriage.
You wouldn't dare. Don't forget, I use real bullets. Accidents can happen. I can miss. Oh, don't be foolish. Haven't you seen our new building? Andre and Rene in the second spot. And it's only the beginning. Soon we'll be the headliners. Now be a good girl and get dressed. And don't forget, be at our wedding after the show. Darling, after the show we'll get married. Everything is set.
I'm so happy.
Oh, even the mayor promised to be at our wedding. I raised the prices and they're still fighting to get in. It's fabulous.
Look at this. Look at the headlines. I just wish this theater was Madison Square Garden.
What theater? I thought Dr. Burnham was going to marry us at the church.
It's ridiculous. This is a chance of a lifetime. Do you realize the publicity we're getting? Every official in the city will be here.
How is it we knew nothing about it?
There was no time for explanations. And after all, wasn't Dorothy eager to get married?
Yes, but at least we should have been consulted.
Well, what difference does it make when we get married? We're show people.
Hamilton sisters, on stage.
All right, let's leave them alone.